Experience in the role of a game designer, which we tried to make as authentic as possible. This was ignited at the beginning with learners pulling together resources from the learning platform and creating a game almost without realising that they were able to extend through the design process, where they were given a game treatment, which they had to produce a paper prototype for. They had to demo this paper prototype to try and prove that the game was feasible, and then they went through into a period of programming. What we're looking to see today when we go into the learning session is learners pulling all of that together, having a chance to really showcase what they've done, but with a focus on the learning process rather than the content. So where they started from, what struggles they faced, how they overcome them, how they're able to develop their resilience and become more capable in tackling a problem in the future. I'd really like to see learners collaborating and getting peer critique so they can use that critique if they encounter a similar project in a near study period.
Yeah, because on the iPad there's lots and lots of different games, it means that if you are doing game development, you see some examples of how they get it to work. They're useful, because I know in year 7 we used the iPad, so I think it was Lightbot or something, and that was one thing you couldn't get on computers. It was quite a challenge to begin with. On the iPad I think there is a Scratch app.
Mm-hmm.
And if, for example, we decided to work on the iPad on certain elements to see if they worked, we could then transfer it onto a Scratch project on the computer.
So like you can prototype on there,
yeah,
and then implement within your main version.
See, like if we didn't have some of the equipment, like the microcontrollers and things that I've used before, if we didn't have that, it would be quite a struggle.
Okay.
Because you can't do it. You'd know how to do it, but you wouldn't know how to actually see it happen properly, to like be able to make something work through the iPad. So have some kind of like robot or something.
Okay. And some of the games you've been creating, to be able to put those onto the iPad,
That'd be good.
apps you've created.
That'd be brilliant.
Okay, what worked well? When walking around the session, you could see there was evidence of peer critique from the learners. They'd done some reflection of themselves within Book Creator, and they were looking to act upon that feedback, which kind of led into some things that didn't work so well, because as soon as they got that peer critique, they really wanted to get back into their games and try to make those improvements and make their games better. And that's what a number of them were working with. In terms of the learning attributes that were evidenced, there was definitely a lot of communication going on, so learners were very communicative, and they were very craftsmanlike because they wanted to improve those games and refine them and make them even better.